Okay.
Well, maybe don't spoil anything, Falcon. But if we level up at some point, I can get sending. Don't play like I won't waste another
Oh, please.
spell for something.
Well, yeah, I won't say anything. But you know what? You were talking about that you're a reporter now, a lawyer, and I was just like, man, I could see Judith going Phoenix Wright in court though. I object. Objection.
Yeah. I do hope you send Palm an email, please.
Lol. That is from the movie Men, and it is a very disturbing movie. But it's all right. It's not for everyone. Why is it only playing that one song, guys? That playlist is a dozen songs. Please stop it. All right, so the shuffle is on. Weird. Hey.
Which means it's the best song.
I have a love-hate relationship with this bot, this stream chord bot. Like, it has already notified the server we're live, but typically it takes like a whole 15 ass minutes or longer. But this one's like 1 minute later, we're live, bro. Oh, awesome. Let me know if you know about the HBO special. You probably don't.
Yeah, I sent it that plus the Judith December payment.
Yeah, the campaign. Yeah, thanks. I saw that one when I was reviewing Daniel's game. Attacks me. All right, we'll be starting in 1 minute official, so please use the bathroom, grab a drink as quickly as possible. I will be doing one of those, potentially both of those, maybe at the same time, since I only got 60 seconds.
Run, Falcon, run, fly.
Just piss in the cup and bring it back.
I think the next character I make is going to be full-blown, like, hardcore damage dealer. I'm looking at Domingo here, and I'm like, it's very defensive. I'm going all in average next time.
New Year's cake gonna put you in the oven.
Yeah. To cook those baddies.
Okay, so it's
All
probably
right.
impossible to do both of those in 1 minute. That's discovered. Who would have thought 60 seconds was so fast?
You could have done it.
Terrified.
Feels like a lifetime. Yeah, anyways. With that said, a quick roll call. Make it official. Hey,
Yup.
Kate,
Uh-huh.
Goose.
Yep.
Sweet. Thank you for joining me for Crimes Against Magic Episode 4. Would any of you like to do a recap and earn some inspirato? If not, I don't mind doing it and giving it to Elsbeth.
For the sake of all goodness, average.
That does sound pretty funny.
It does.
Alrighty. Last we left off, guys, our three heroes, after doing battle and gaining an ally, we venture in further. And we go into a room. And we have to pass essentially a test of sorts in order to venture further. With I believe she had like a name or a title.
Lantern Spirit.
Yeah, the Lantern Spirit. Now, essentially what the test is that we are in the middle of the room. It's been sectioned off between different barriers, and outside of the barriers are a bunch of revenants. Evil, I wouldn't say evil, but distressed spirits trying to break through and reach us. So we have to figure out how to stop them from pursuing us before they get to that last barrier and kill us, because there's a lot of them. We wouldn't be able to survive that. So we're essentially looking around, checking the bodies of the ground, not the ground, rather the bodies of the ghosts, potentially, who might have died beforehand previously from the challenge. We checked them, we checked the surrounding areas, and Domingo sees that these bears are also surrounding these pillars on the outside of the barriers as well. They have their own little barriers around those. And he figures out that these essentially move the area in a rotation. In each rotation, does a specific thing to the spirits. And using detect magic, he is able to essentially like tap into the energy, being an abjuration wizard, and he can actually control the pillars and therefore this area. And with a little help from us, he's able to miraculously succeed in the challenge with flying colors, doing away with the spirits, helping them be free finally. So much that we get to venture past even another challenge that we would have gotten if we had just normally passed. We venture in further. And as we jump down into this black pit, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, guys. What's the best way to explain this? So we're falling for hours, but we're not really falling per se. Oh, I thought we down the staircase. I thought we jumped down. Anyway, we keep going down. It's almost never ending. It's forever into darkness. And then when we come back to, we see that Monokai has essentially ventured off within the mouth that feeds, where we actually were going into. He's been there seemingly for years, fighting, surviving, and waiting for us to return. And he's extremely weathered now. Oh, we did a lot. We did a lot last week. Fuck. And essentially, you can't go any further. So we leave him there as we find a way out, or look for a way out. And we end up going past the bridge into what used to be a court, essentially. Yeah. And essentially, it's the only form of like a rule or form of law within the mouth that feeds. Or at least it once was. It's under new management now, guys. But what's still there is one last remnant, is a statue of sorts that essentially we have to give something of value to it in order to go further within the mouth that feeds, go past this door, essentially. We gave him a couple things. I gave him like a badge, but I don't think that really mattered. I think Yacer's character gave him something. I think Alsar gave him something.
Oh, yes. One of the dark light candles that Manokai parted with us. He gave one to Elsahar and one to Domingo.
Right, and these also keep these are like the only source of light we have down there as well. So it's actually really important, which I should have brought up. But we give him that one of our only two, and we go further. And in another room there, we had to pass a little riddle, and the answer was just open. It's just a voice activated door. It's pretty cool. Oh, and then in the next room, essentially, there's one more. Was it? No, this is like the shell thing. Wow, we did a lot. Fuck. Then we did this. Then we did that. Essentially, there's a creature. It's almost like a throne, but it's like a insect of sorts. And after Al-Sahar sits in it, to recover like knowledge, essentially, when he stands up, it tries to attack us, and we are able to ward it off without like fully going into combat and killing it. Yeah, we did a little speed run for that one. And after we were able to open this last door, we come across one more bridge. And as we cross this bridge, we are under attack now.
That was a lot to cover.
But yeah, it was a lot, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for covering all of that. Now I'll give you a 1d2 plus 1. Shit, that was a lot. You get minimum 2 or you get maximum 3, which would be nice.
3.
All right.
Very good.
I love to get to the lovey situations in the mouth, but it's just the chaotic, deafy situation. I see that's everywhere.
Pretty much.
But alas,
That's
here
the
we are.
lovely Buffy part.
Oh shoot, the shit's I moved you there and it's reforming. Okay, cool. You get to see it again. Fuck. There you go. I did not think you would do that. There's something you should note about these Tribunal Guardians. They both appear injured. Somebody else must have tried to come by here. It could also be Manokai who did that. In any case, Al-Shahar, you're the first to act as the Tribal Guardians ascend upon you.
He looks at both of them, flapping there out in the darkness, and at his two allies. He examines their horrible limbs, their terrible face, their form that seeks to render them and feed them to the mouth. He looks to the closer of the two, and it is held aloft by wings. To confirm them, they are not large but huge, right?
They are huge.
Darn. Okay, well, I go with that plan. Let's see here. He takes a look at it, and let me see here. You see him reach out with a gauntleted fist, and with wall of fire. It says it can make a semi-sphere, but could it make a sphere as well, or no?
See what it says here. Yeah,
Oh no, I'm mistaken.
Do you know that?
I think if wall of fire cannot make a sphere, I'm thinking of a wall of stone. Okay, so what I will do then is 5 foot, 10 foot panels. So how many of them are there? 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, or...
Well, it does say it's solid
Wait.
surface, so I wouldn't be able to dip off the bridge.
Okay, so I guess he could make, if it's 60 feet long, then he can make kind of a 60 feet kind of U shape,
Please.
like this.
Sure. You want to do that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the top will be exposed, but the sides will be, yeah.
Pretty
And
cool.
it's 10 feet high, 20 feet high, okay.
It's
You
pretty
trapping
cool.
us?
Avenue, your graphic now.
Thank you. Then he will move a bit more to the center of it. Actually, he will do that with a quickened action, and will use his action to dodge. You see him shoot up these walls and then get into a defensive position, rearing up on Mirage like some sort of noble steed. He is exhausted from his tribulations, but there can be no rest within the mouth that feeds.
Looking like a true traveler of this horrid place. Boris.
And I get, sorry, I need to roll damage because they are within 10 feet of it when it erupts. They only take additional damage if they end their space or try to pass through it.
Oh, so I owe you a dex save, okay.
Dex 17 or a 7? Oh, that's pretty bad. Doesn't matter. Better than nothing.
The northern one succeeds, the southern one fails.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, only if they try to go past it or if they end their turn within 10 feet of the hot side.
See that the scorching blaze doesn't seem to be full force against them either. Seem to be rather resistant, but not immune. Boris, you're up.
Alrighty. As these things just rise up from below, Boros will turn towards this one here and cast a hex on it. So he'll essentially point out towards it. And also cast Eldritch Blast.
That was on the northern one, or sorry?
It was on the northern one, yeah.
Okay.
You fucking rat with wings. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, that easily hits.
4 plus. Oh, I don't have the modifier. Hold on.
It's enough.
Yeah, your charisma's in there now. It's just roll the one on the die.
I'm at the hex. I'm sorry.
Oh, got you.
Gosh, gotta add that later. So it's automatic. Anyway, one more or two more. It's 19 hit.
19 hits, yes.
Alrighty, one more. Ooh.
Oh, we also need the regular from the second attack, the regular damage, not just the d6.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, well, that's 13.
13? Oh, Jesus. 16 then. Yeah. And finally, your critical one. Which also doubles the hex dice.
Oh.
And now you get to choose one of those dice to be max, which I suggest the 5 becoming a G.
Yeah.
On that latest attack.
And then it'll just beckon towards it. Come on down.
So when your Eldritch Blast rams into the creature several times, it begins to screech. Experiencing a lot of pain, but also prime for the assault, which you'd imagine is coming soon.
Give me a show.
This one swoops right through the fire. Does it take damage traveling through the fire?
Correct. I get to roll once more, I believe.
He just swooped like literally into the flames, just bursting out the other side, looking like a Balrog for a brief moment as his body's caught on fire before the fire dwindled. Do a dex save. Makes it. See here. Then it takes 5 damage. It's
Sturdy boy.
resistant, knowing itself resistant to fire, it kind of braved the flames to get into an ideal position as it perches onto the side of this bridge. It goes to attack you, but seeing the lion as a bigger foe or creature, and knowing that it's resistant to what you displayed so far as fire magic, it thinks it's a stranger threat just because of the fear of the unknown. The FOMO is getting to. Maybe he doesn't want to find out. In any case, he targets your Sansa.
Alrighty.
A 28 and a 24 onto the Sanso
That will certainly hit Mirage.
for 20 piercing and 21 slashing.
Okay, so that cuts through his temp first, so then 6 to that pool, and then 21. Ooh, Mirage is looking hurt. It's okay, he's still up.
Yeah. On the bright side, having Mirage around means you didn't take 20 and 21.
True.
Better you to me.
That was 28 and a 24. I don't know if you can get over that. Anyways, he ruptures into your Mirage twice. The sand casts it into the wall of fire, coming out the other side looking like ashes and smoke. The bits that it lost on the creature. But Domingo takes this opportunity to do something.
Alright, Domingo will take a half a step, take a step forward, focus at the one that's blocking their way, and you know, in the character art he has like a bunch of like thatch looking like that's like his kind of skin branchy looking thing.
Yeah.
On his forehead like the vines kind of start to open up a little bit, and there's a pearl revealing a third eye, and it glows a little bit with this like this beautiful emerald hue, and I shoot out a chromatic orb at that individual. And I'm gonna do it as cold damage.
Okay. Nice. That connects.
I'm gonna take. This might be stupid. 5, 10. Yeah, I'll step right there. What? Am I a wizard tank? What's going on? Ugh.
All I know is that this one swoops through the flames as well. Being big enough to occupy the wizard's space or the sorceress under him. He just lands right on top of him to stare down Boris, his fated enemy. But not before he takes wall of fire chip damage. You see him get quelled by some of the flames. He roars, beating the fire off of his wings before opening his mouth towards Boris. Boris, you hear the creature screech. And though you invoked his fury, everyone pays its cost. Each creature within 60 feet of it that isn't a Tribunal Guardian or an ally of the Tribunal Guardian owes me a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, but becomes stunned until the end of a Guardian's next turn.
Is it all of us?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Now,
Roll
or you'll be stunned until the
inspiration.
end of his next turn, meaning that they get to go twice, essentially.
Ooh,
Let me just quickly check something here.
you got a thing, Yacer?
I don't think I do. Yeah, it doesn't unfortunately affect Constitution saves. What's done? Let me quickly. Do I drop concentration on stun or no?
I would check. If it incapacitates you, yes, the answer is yes. If it doesn't, then no, because incapacitation
Yes.
drops concentration.
Yeah, it says you're incapacitated. You can't take actions or reactions.
Under the
Fails
rules
to-
of concentration, incapacitation drops concentration.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not under the condition. It's so stupid, but it is under concentration.
Okay. So he scooches out, and Al-Sahar, perhaps not prepared for such an attack from behind him. You see him reel back a bit, and then Mirage nearly tosses him out as the steed is confused. Or don't think. Oh yeah, Mirage can't be stunned.
So he's safe. The wall of fire disappears. Two of you stand your ground, but you notice Al-Shahar is dazed. The tribunal screeches again in victory over capturing at least one of you, preparing for its next course of action, but alas, for now, that is all.
Oh, it wasn't that loud, mate. As for you... That's a good question.
Yeah, I didn't want to cut you off. You were talking. Oh, he's an intelligent mount. Intelligent mounts have their own rules. They can still act normally.
Right. If that's the case, then what is his intelligence?
Yeah, well, it more depends on your normal features. You're allowed to act when you're incapacitated or whatnot.
Yeah, so let me quickly post the ability. I think I might need to give him commands, to be honest.
Okay. He was made pre-Tasha's and all that stuff, so if that is the case, we'll update it to be the modern mount stuff. Modern companion stuff.
If we don't issue any, it takes a dodge action and uses it to move to avoid danger. Okay, so avoiding danger then in this situation I guess would be closer to Boris. Yeah, I think that would be about it.
Okay. Alright, Boris, I see you already started letting your blast out, but if you blast in melee, you do have disadvantage.
Yeah. Here's one more roll. Hopefully it's a little high still. It's a 17
Yeah, that
hit?
hits. Yep.
Awesome.
No.
And let me just make this next one just disadvantage there. There we go.
Now, yeah, it hits. Who's at disadvantage? Now you. Finally, one of them misses.
Okay. Gotcha. So he'll just like point blank just blast off, and the last one just kind of just scratch the side of the beak there. It's just like probably like biting at him and Alsar.
Yeah, it's just kind of claw you. He's got full arms and he's beaking you, but you're evading, blasting, shooting. Your final attack didn't hurt it, but you deflected its beak with that one that missed.
Come on now, snap out of it.
This one sings, and it's not. And I do mean sing instead of screech. It's more chill, I suppose, soothing to your ears. But what it brings about is totally horrible. You see both the tribunals begin swooping around the bridge without taking opportunity attacks. They just keep swooping around. And you can kind of think of it like freaking seismic toss Charizard on Magmar, that throwback. You're too young to know what that is. They're going around the world right now. The world of the bridge. In any case, as they're swooping around the bridge, they attempt to grab one of you. Fortunately, one of those targets is Al-Shahar. It is a dexterity saving throw. Does incapacity make you fail or no?
It does. Yeah, stunned, you automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throw.
So you get grabbed, but the other target is Domingo as they are spinning around grabbing two of you.
Would Mirage get the opportunity to contest or no?
I think I'll allow that. You could have
Okay,
Mirage
so-
attempt to stop because they're only able to choose one target, so it's you and Domingo.
Oh. Okay, sure. What do you want to check or save or?
Oh, it's a dex save, so your Mirage can do a dex save.
Ooh, okay. Wish you luck, boys. No. Okay.
Oh, so they grab both of you and they just swing around the bridge, and eventually they come and they land over here. One of them lands over here, slamming Domingo behind it. Well, in front of it, it would turn. and the other one lands back to back with the creature, slamming you right in front of it as Mirage tries to protect you. Now the case, both of you take 23 bludgeoning damage, and you're prone.
So first in my 10th, and then in
It was a big hit. Big hit.
my... Mhm.
Yo.
And they both take this action on the first one's turn.
Again?
Oh, they both take this action on the first one's turn.
Yeah, well, it's because of his screech. One of them has a stunning screech, and the other one has an attack screech.
I see.
Domingo on the ground, he'll start to stand back up, but as he does, he'll say, "Oh, all right, let's not do that again." And he'll like rub his hands on the ground, and then as he's doing it, it looks kind of gentle at first, and then he tightens it, and it becomes like it's very violent and becomes spikes. All these spikes shoot up and try to wrap around these tribunals as I cast Entangle. And it's 20 feet, so I'll just so I think I can just get them, right?
Yeah, you can just put in the middle of the both of them.
Yeah.
You 2 strength saves immediately, right?
Yeah.
Okay, kind of like web is like when they start their turn. I can't remember this one. 1, 2. Oh, one of them fails, one of them succeeds. The one closest to you, unfortunately, succeeds. The one further from you, it fails.
It's okay. That one looks more hurt.
It is, yep.
Okay. And that's my action. And I don't really have much for a bonus action, so okay. As that one, I see that one getting entangled. I'll say, let's make quick work of that one, please.
This one tries to screech again, but his throat is stuffed. Luckily, you will not be breached. But he does go to finish off Al Shahar. He's wrapped up. Not really able to move well. He's attacking with disadvantage.
But I am already prone, so...
He's a flat row.
Mhm.
The beak and the talon both coming into you. The beak dealing 17 damage.
Okay. I'm not sure why the token's not updating my HP, but yeah, that leaves me at
Oh, that's annoying. Let me check. It's set correctly. I'm not sure why.
Oh yeah. The aura is changing, but the number above isn't. I don't know.
And then the talon is 24 slashing.
Okay, so I am at 0.
It cuts into you, and as he defeats you, he runs to re-engage. Oh wait, no, he's restrained. He can't move. He was gonna try to give Boris disadvantage by being in his face, but he can't. Also, Ashahar, as far as Sanso is concerned, he can act normal when you're down, because that's what all the modern stuff did, and this was made before the modern stuff. So he could take an action as whatever he can normally do under your command.
Alright, so Mirage will then leap forward, and let's see here. This thing is currently restrained, correct? Yeah, okay, so he'll take 2 slam attacks against it. I'm not sure why it's on Whisper, but we'll fix that.
26 will hit.
Please.
You know how to take it off. Which way you want me to do it?
I got it. And then slam again. 24.
Yep, both hit. Nice.
20 Damage. And unfortunately, also hard doesn't have any potions on him, so it's not as though Mirage can feed him. But I will make a save. Do you want this to be whispered or not whispered?
That's fine. You can do it public.
Okay. Alright, 1 success. And that is for me.
Boris.
Alrighty. as this Mirage runs up next to Al-Sahar to kind of get its attention. Boris will try and finish it off with some more blast. Yeah, keep it distracted. 22.
Describe the kill before you do your next blast.
Nice.
Alrighty, it's like still like trying to bite at Mirage and Al-Sahar. He'll and actually instead of point and click, I'll say he'll actually he'll just swing the blade, and energy courses through it and becomes like a slashing kind of effect, like a what do you call it? Like your wind scar, your Bankai's, just that kind of anime kind of slash.
Nice.
And it'll just decapitate it, and also take off one of the wings and just slump over.
His body gets just final curtain, just slashed up and going to shreds. And as its head hits the ground, its whole body and wings turn to dust and it disappears.
Then it'll start moving forward, slashing at this the one in the far back there, past the Mirage.
You're doing Getsuga Tensos, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is.
Well, this one doesn't have the hex. Or actually, I have a bonus. I can just move the hex over to it actually, since it died.
What does the hex say?
Oh, sure, yeah. Let's see. I believe. Let's just read it. There it is. Oh, it might be on my next turn. Actually, looks like a subsequent turn. Might have to wait before I can move it, I think.
Yeah, it would just say the same turn, but you dropped it this turn. Which is fine because in the middle of the Eldritch Blast is not extra attack. You would need to complete your Eldritch Blast before you can commit to a different act.
Okay, makes sense to me. And I'll do my last one here. Uh, 20
Right.
for 7.
7 and then okay. 13. Oh, shit, maybe you did 26. I don't know. You did 13 now.
Cool. And that'll be it.
As much as this one wants to go on to Domingo, after getting blasted so hard in the back and killing its partner, you can take an opportunity, Domingo, as it moves 5 feet away from you. Do you take it or no? Before I complete my action?
Sorry, my thing. What's up?
He's provoking an opportunity attack from you as he's charging Boris for killing his friend. Do you take an opportunity attack or?
No. Because it's just yeah, I'm good, thank you.
All right, he flies over here after being upset he did not take out Domingo's reaction. He had fully planned on destroying him once he couldn't use shield.
No, you want some love too?
You attack Boris instead. Oh God, he crit you, Boris, right after you said something so cool. But if I had disadvantage, it would still be a crit. That's what I'll say. He double crit on the die.
You don't like me.
You killed his sister or some shit. Alright, so you take 34 piercing from that crit. Jesus.
Alrighty.
And then from the talons, you take another 26.
Ooh, tickles.
Well, at least he has it was a round number. There's a 60 damage to you for landing right on top of you and screeching in your face. Mingo.
Yes. All right. I will. Oh, he's hugging on my guys. I'm just seeing there's a part of the map that I'm on where I see this other. This is like one of those things that was talking to us a little bit ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want my friends to die yet, so I'll just put my hand out and like the fingertips start to glow, and I'll shoot some wooden bullets at that mother ucker. And I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I can go there, right? Am I right next to Elsa here?
Yeah.
Sahar? Okay. Great. I'll stand right there.
Shah.
Mirage will actually I need to make a save at the start of my turn. 2 successes. Mirage will continue his slams. 20 and 15 question mark.
15 is the armor class, yep.
Okay. So that is another 21 damage. This sand beast is gnawing and drawing blood from. Well, does this thing bleed? Either way, he's biting into it.
Do you have 3 exhaustion?
Yes, we have all have 1 exhaustion coming in. I dropped to 0 on the chair, and now I'm down to 0 again.
Well, shit. I need one more death save from you. Death save is a saving throw. That's why stuff like powder ores and everything applies to it.
I see. Okay.
Alright, good. Ores.
Oh boy. Alrighty. So I'll Boris will move the hex over to this one. Oh, actually, hold on. I should probably roll.
Do you have a hex still?
That's a good question. Let's see. Here's one. Maybe. No.
No, you might have it. Oh no, you lost him in the second one, damn. Well, you made the 34 crit, but the other one got you.
Fair enough. Alrighty, so since it's up front, he will. Let's do this. He gonna swing his blade.
Hits.
That's a bonus since he doesn't have X. So we'll just do a banishing smite on that.
Okay.
So there's 4, and then let's see.
You're a hexblade?
Yeah.
You should be using your charisma on the longsword.
Oh, that's a good point. Actually, yeah. What am I putting? Like my strength, probably.
Yeah. Probably to be more proficient with your charisma.
I might. Nah.
Or are they the same?
16 charisma, yeah, same.
Oh, so you're
good anyway, though. But yeah.
Finishing smite, rupturing this dude's booty hole. Are there any other effects I need to make a save, or is it just the Mage?
Let's see. I believe. I think it also, if it fails this 15 save, it might go to a different dimension. But it's also, if it's native. Let me see. If it's native to this plane.
Additionally, if this attack reduces the target to 58% left, you banish it. If the target is native to a different plane of existence, then you're on. So yeah, he remains, unfortunately.
Okay, hopefully he dies anyway. Let's see.
Oh, I did update him. He's still alive.
Oh, gotcha. Let's see. Was that 1? Gosh, it's 1. I believe I have extra attack as well. Let me make sure. I think I got a thing.
Looking at you, he's hoping he survives. He's hoping.
Yeah, I can swing one more time.
Yo.
Here we go.
Finally having enough, his talons smack your blade away. He's trying to finish this, he says.
Well, you're tougher than your buddy.
You guys just hear a screech out of him. Like a Pokemon screech, honestly. What is that? What's that firebird's name? I forget his name. Anyways,
Moltres.
Moltres is a good one, but I'm talking about something more modern. Like a smaller, regular bird. Alright, anyways. I'm getting hung up on it because it did sound like it by unintentionally. Alright, so beak and talon. A natural 1 on you, boys. That's gonna be a miss. A natural 20 on you, boys.
That's the opposite.
God, I love streaming because that just sounds ridiculous that I nat 1 you and then nat 20. Yeah, you're.
But for how much?
Just go to 0, bro. Just go to 0.
Okay.
We're not gonna read this number out. More than 50, all right? But it's not more than 60. Anyways, he crits you with his talons, which is a stronger attack. His beak is not as strong as his talons because he does use four attacks on his talons, built into one attack roll. He slices you up with his talons, and then he looks to Domingo. Only one last person stands against him, but not for much longer.
Okay. Okay. Should have taken a savings. It's okay. It's okay.
You didn't have like magic missile or nothing?
No. What? That's a wizard spell? I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna move away. Joking, right?
I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm not the only one who can force a reaction. I don't say that, but I'll move over here.
I mean, you're the last one on your feet, so he definitely takes it.
Great.
Try to beat you. 20.
Oh, thanks, baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
I shield because that means I can finally cast an abjuration spell and my protective ward shoots up.
Yeah, so
okay.
The statue yells to you. Enough. The both of you fight for the same purpose, the same team. Put your differences aside. And then it does it. It screeches, and you think it's saying it in the creature's language after it says it in common.
Okay. I will. Then I will come back up. Kind of, yeah, not as trusting. But I'll make it look like I'm trying to be scary tree guy, and I will like dip my hands onto my shield, and I will then place my hand onto Al-Sahar, and I'll cast Cure Wounds at level 2.
Nice.
Thank you.
And then I will. Oh.
Go ahead.
And then I'll just like stand, and I have like my hand out, and the fingertips are glowing, looking at the at this big bird person, at the Tribunal Guardian, like, it's called a truce.
Insight, see if we can pick up on its mannerisms at the moment.
Me? Okay.
Alright, 50-50. Whether he looks like he's backing down or going to be aggressive.
Yeah, that's all good.
I'm going to DOT.
Oh yeah. With Al-Sahar waking up, I'll say there's the figure over there told us that we're on the same page, the same team.
He looks confusedly. He wakes up ready to fight and thankful for your heal. But at your words, he'll fix his gaze upon the Guardian and then simply motion over for Mirage to pay his assault for a moment and use half his movement to stand up and the other half to get onto Mirage. And he kind of just trots him around a bit, taking the dodge action.
He did use his reaction already, just in case you want to get further.
It should be fine, hopefully.
It won't be. I'm just joking.
Oh.
Still alive.
Guardian wings back and stands up. It's really tall. I mean, we already knew it was big, but since it's such a hunched over creature, when it stands up, this thing looks colossal, like it's gargantuan instead of just huge. But its crunched body its hunched body makes it look much smaller. And as it stands tall, it spreads its wings. It crosses all four arms. And it backs away to the door. And looks down onto Boris, unable to help him, but no longer attempting to finish the job. I'm just staring at you.
You can see why they're the guardians of this place.
Go up to Boris and do the same thing.
Boris will like sit up like the Undertaker. What happened?
Of course, you see your foe is still alive.
No, there you are.
We're in a bit of a discussion mode at this point.
Well, fucking what?
The figure over here.
What the?
Statue goes. I was told you would come. I wasn't sure. My memory, not what it used to be. Manokai warned me that 3 travelers may make it down here. Well, there are 4 travelers. They did account for Sanso. But this was about 10 years ago. Of course, by now you probably understand time works different. The people who suffer in the mouth that feeds. When a mouther is banished to the mouth that feeds for 20 years on the outside, that is almost 200 years. No, 2,000 years for them. Making our minds ever more unstable. Delving us deeper into the depths of darkness. The mindless creatures that assault your village. In captivity for so long. No sense of self remains. Even the strongest of the mouthers eat creatures like Eve rest. But 55 years, 5,500 years, she's nothing more than the shell of what she once was. So excuse me for not calling the fight sooner. I did not sick these creatures on you, but I had the power to stop it.
Did you get enjoyment of watching the 2 on the same side fight each other?
Of course he fucking did. Look at me. Who wouldn't enjoy to see that?
I was entertaining. But since I'm on the side of the tribunals, who are on the side of you, it is unfortunate that we lost one. This is all that remains. The tribunal guardians. And if this one dies, then their breed entirely vanishes from this world. More importantly, they always fight in pairs, a truth that this one can no longer speak of. It is a shame. You may see a monster, but I see a living organism that did its best, its people, to protect the tribunal court. court of law that even governed and kept and helped trap the Maldives from escaping into the world until they lived out their sentences. The only positive thing in the thorn in the world that is the mouth that feeds.
We did not come down into this place just to create enemies and to fight every creature known that we come across.
I
Come
did.
down here for a specific reason. Oh.
No, other
Calm
me
down.
is still. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. We came down here looking for Elsbeth and Palm.
Elsbeth is our enemy. She means to unravel the court. The Guardians are here to repel her forces, which come in different shapes and sizes and numbers often. I had assumed you among her rank. I assumed incorrectly.
Right. So, what now?
Take this hole down here. We will buy you at least an hour.
Very well. It's a heavy loss that the other Guardian is gone, but if we're able to find Orgazelle, then perhaps she might know a way to repel our enemies and restore the Guardians.
Follow Torsa, Tribunal Guardians. We will lead you to Vorgazelle. Only in her presence, assuming she has not delved into madness in the years she's been missing from the court, you may achieve a rest. You see, it's impossible to rest in the mouth that feeds. It's true for the denizens as well. However, the 6 greatest sins control that, hold it over us, and in this case, benefit us. Go to her if you wish to achieve at least a short breather before your enemy will surely catch up to you.
We will take your heed. Oh, go ahead.
No, walking up to this, the Guardian here, does it look like it's something from nature, or?
This creature, it looks like it's some type of aberration, fiendish vulture. It's definitely a darkling though, but darklings come in all different shapes and sizes. But not all darklings. Not all darklings. Is what I'll say to that effect.
Domingo understands and feels very deeply of what it means to lose all of your kin, so he will go up to the Guardian, dip his hand onto the shield, and place his hand onto the Guardian. Say, it's not much, but I'm glad that you'll be able to continue fighting. And I'm just going to cast Cure Wounds on it at first level.
Excellent. That is much. You restore some of his wounds, patching up some of the work Boris put onto him. And he takes flight over you, like a little leap before landing, and then on all 6, is it? Yeah, 2 legs, 4 arms. On all 6, he just kind of crawls down the hallway.
Oh, really hate to see my work squandered.
Maybe it's something that will come in handy in the future, or by the next person who passes through here.
Speaking of your work, the candle shadow wick fades.
Ooh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We should probably try to keep up then. It's kind of...
It grabs you with one of its big hands, tosses you onto its back.
It's kind of cute in a weird way. It reminds me of a vulture caterpillar. Wait, scratch that, that's terrifying.
In the distance, you can see some light. Flames natural to this place, like the entrance, giving you hope that you will not have to dwell in the darkness for much longer. Some of you may even think the creatures without dark vision never get around. But you normally are not in their positions. It brings you into this room knowing that you could see now. At least you locally. At least you can see better. And it continues on its way. Flapping and flying when need be, but mostly just crawling.
These are just humanoid bones.
Yeah, beasts and creatures, likely victims of how this pulled into the mouth that feeds, or people crazy enough to go inside and combat them like yourselves. You won't be turned to dust, you'll be corpses if they defeat you.
It's probably a waste, but could I maybe search to see if there's anything interesting in there?
Sure. Investigation. You look through the scraps and they're exactly that. At least you can confirm you're not missing anything.
I'll break off a human bone pinky, and I'll place it where my finger is, and the vines will like wrap around it. So then I have a human bone as a pinky.
Nice.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that.
It looks to you, Shaw, and it tells you. You don't really understand, but it points to this black abyss.
What's down? Did poor Gazelle fell down? No. Black abyss. Well, we went down one of those to get here, but this doesn't seem like the same type of darkness that surrounds us. Is it some sort of magic or substance?
Make an Arcana.
Ooh, this will go exceedingly well. Oh, not bad.
Nice.
It's not too bad. Oh, you think the lights just don't touch into the room? It would just be that dark, just like you were a moment ago.
Ah. Well, the statue said to follow this thing to the original sin. I have no reason to doubt his words since he called off the attack. Where's Domingo?
I'm over here. Does this look like a teleportation
It
thing?
is. Yeah.
Maybe this room is something we should keep in mind if we need to get out of here quickly. Is
Domingo?
Can I tell if it's like active?
You can make an Arcana check. It looks pretty bland, but you assume that it's probably active. Doesn't have any like lit sigils, but this doesn't exactly work on the normal laws.
Okay. Thank you.
Where'd he go?
I'm over here.
Oh no. No.
What?
He'll fall to his knees. Domingo, what did they do, mate? You'll see he has like a stick in his hand, like a random stick. Fuck.
What? Boris, what is going on?
Al, look at the fucking state of him.
Is something wrong with me?
Boris he looks at the stick that Boris is holding, and then he looks at Domingo, who just walked in from the darkness. I think it's just one of the other cruel tricks that this place pulls upon you. Don't lose hope so quickly, Boris.
What? You know, like I see Domingo like right behind him. Don't tell a fucking soul.
All secrets are safe with me, my friend.
Let's go.
Speaking of secrets, there is a teleportation portal right over here. Something that we should be focused on in the future.
A good thing to keep in mind. Also, Har barely suppresses his mirth, although he is quite still roughed up. Same is true of all of us, really. The Guardian gestured down this hallway. I suppose that Vorgazelle lies beyond, or further.
As in, that's where we should be going? Or this is where we're resting?
We should be going. We can't rest until we've met with the original sin. This place won't allow it. The mouth takes all, even our respite.
Oh, got it. Me as a player thought that they said an hour, so I thought that they were going to give us a opportunity to rest here. But if that's not the case, right, Falcon?
Well, it's impossible to rest in the mouth that feeds.
Okay, then.
It's if we
Okay,
find her, yeah.
Then you suckers come over here because you're about to die. Okay.
Well, they
Your
did say
wound.
that if Griselle could grant you a rest, so I don't know if you want to test meeting with her or use your spells, because if you do get arrested, it'll just be a short, you won't get spells back.
Yeah, but
Not up to me.
Boris looks like he's about to die.
Yeah, Boris gets his shit back.
Like a strong wind. So, I'll give Boris a cure wound at, this may be ballsy, 4th level.
Are you okay?
Oh, that's not
Appreciate
a good
it.
one. It's all good. And Al-Sahar is looking pretty rough as well. So, but not as bad. So I'll give you
Not
a
as
cure
bad
wounds at
once we get
level 3. Is that okay?
Yeah, anything's appreciated. Thank you.
Awesome.
I am restored. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, you only have half your hit points, right?
Yes, but I do have a means of getting temporary hit points. It just costs sorcery points. I can only have a maximum of 15 at any given time, so. Alright, onwards then. Hopefully, poor Gazelle won't mind our appearance too much. I'm afraid I left my good clothes at home.
What a shame.
There's something in here. You see him walk in and suddenly pause. Al-Sahar mumbles something under his breath as he will cast... Oh, not that one. Yes. He will cast tongues upon himself. Hail. Does the figure react?
You can see me.
I can, and I can speak with you too.
What? I am Griselle, the Tribunal Elder, one of the original sins who betrayed Alpazion that fateful day, nearly killing the creator of all creation. And for my punishment, 6 of us cast into the mouth that feeds and turned into the original sins. And for the 6 loyal list that were killed, they were turned into the runes of power. That is my history explained. Now tell us your history, young creature. Have you come to stop an elder? They have tried, and they have failed.
Is she saying this in common or?
Yeah, she straight up speaks common.
Oh, like we hear all this from out here?
Yeah, it's pretty loud, and when she gets active, she illuminates a little bit. As her wings go on, it's like violent blue light spilling out of them, giving you guys a little bit of vision onto her.
You're just as your icon depicts. And he kind of gives a slight bow, not like a really formal one, but like kind of holds his arm out to the side, and then just dips his head, at his waist. One of the 6 elder evils, original evils rather, next to the great impostor, a father and a child, and the harpy-faced one, member of the Tribunal. I am Al-Sahar, and we've come here in pursuit against a common foe. We come pursuing Elsbeth, Yes, a disciple of that vexing one, the one with Anorak in her crown. She has opposed and betrayed us, and we seek to set things right. We were told by some of your guardians after getting to a brief scuffle with this Dosser guardian, unfortunately dispatching the shrieking counterpart to it, that we are to meet with you, and if your guardian's instincts are right, we can be of assistance in weakening Palm's forces.
So you are not yet another enemy come to finish me. I am on my last limbs here at the pinnacle of even the gods' peak. Surely Elsbeth, or who I fear more, a goblin who once graced this court, will reach me. If I am destroyed, all hope for the world will be lost. She has already claimed one original sin, and her plan is to claim them all. People think the sins are cast into the feed, trapped forevermore. But in truth, our bodies are scattered around the world, just like you found the natural entrance to my keep deep in the misty seas. Each of the grand guardians are spewed throughout this world. Hear my word, should I fall in this place, feeble mortals. If you are to stop Palm, have any hope or dream of overcoming her strength, which you do not possess right now, this I am sure, then you must visit all of the original sins, down to Sour Jin, who graced the outside world. All 6 must be met with, but understand that many are as evil come. But they may side with you if the alternative is to fall to Palm. And she lifts up a claw and she tears off a massive feather and it begins spewing and changing. 5 items are left in this world. Sour Jin's long and gone, and she's changed back into more of a normal form. There once were 6, but now there are 5. As I said before, she presents this to you. Find the rune warriors destined for these 5 items. This is what they'll get. And when these 5 rune warriors have the original items, their true potential, they will get. I sense that this one lays deep within Icarus's own halls. But a grave sin she just caused. The world will have her damned to a place where she'll be long gone. But like the mouth that feeds, sometimes you must breach into even unpregnable doors. Seek out her freedom and let her fly. With Vorgazel's cloak, Palm will be denied.
Al-Sahar looks at the cloak as it is before them. These are grim and auspicious tidings indeed. The truth of this world laid bare. Such information is a gift, and spoken to one by one of such revered status. We will take your heedings, Vorgazel. Palm will be denied. We will seek out this one stigmatized. Tomorrow will arrive upon the wings of your words. We will seek out the destined ones, and your legacy will be heard.
Good. Paul may yet destroy me, but I will not go down without a fight. Turns your attention to Domingo. Speak, little one.
My name is Domingo. From the Echo Woods. Why exactly does Palm wish to kill you? What could she have to gain?
Infinite power. Is that enough for most people? Drunken in greed. To control everything. She controls Anorak as we speak. It's impossible to get that item, so you must venture to Shawajin to hope here's what she discarded can be discovered. Since she has Anorak in her crown, she means to add me into collection. The full power of a sin, just one of us can topple entire kingdoms. Can you imagine if she had two and they sent just us two creatures against your city? It would fall. This I know for sure.
So, hold on one sec. This is not Domingo speaking, but this thing is a mouther?
Yeah, the original 6 were the first people imprisoned in the mouth that feeds, and from them spawned all the mouthers that came after them. Yeah, this is one of the ultimate mouthers, tier 1 mouther.
Yeah.
And this thing is, it looks super hurt, and if Palm finds it, Palm's going to destroy Vordrasil and put her in her crown and become even more powerful, right?
That is correct.
Well, we have her item, and her relic is essentially what is needed to defy Palm. Just like how Palm has Anorak in her crown, a part or a lot of Vorgazel is within this cloak as well, from what I understand.
Yeah, but I guess, I'm thinking, why don't we just kill Vordrasil, and then that takes a big piece off the board for Palm. But
yeah, it's possible. She looks extremely hurt, but you don't want to underestimate how red she is, because tier 1 mouthers are as powerful as Tarask.
Yeah, I mean, she's possibly an equal of Sourjin, and that took William to defeat. And that's after that miracle he pulled off with the full heals, right?
gee, with the lore.
Yeah,
all right, well,
William. Yeah, it took a lot for them to beat Sourjin. They were also masters already, so they had they could drop meteors from the sky, Madara style too at that point.
I get it. But hopefully you guys see what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Domingo, he'll just look at Vordrasil and say, What's to stop Palm from taking you as soon as we walk into another room?
Who
What if
cares?
she's right behind us? Who cares? If she kills you and has your power in her crown, she becomes even more powerful, right?
But what you need most important are the original artifacts. You cannot hope to defeat her without it. She will get stronger, yes, but you've already lost without them. Taking away this artifact will be enough to daunt most of her plans.
What about you? Why do you stay in this one place?
The original sin cannot leave the mouth that feeds, and if they can, only one at a time. When Sourjin took his parade into the world, it meant the rest of us would remain imprisoned until he was returned. The law set by Zion destined that none of us, not 2 nor 3, could ever walk, only one at any given time, because he considered us something that would end all creation. But you see, Palm is the workaround, putting us in her crown. Once she leaves, she can summon us right next to her. That is why she is dangerous. But you should know it takes her time to control these individuals. So if she captures me, she won't be able to use me for at least a year's time. Why do you think she hasn't attacked yet? She's still attempting to control Anorak. I say she's got a few months left before she can unleash Anorak's full force upon the world. I just hope you can do it for before then.
Yes, me too.
Your cloak belongs to the one that is stigmatized. Do you know the fate of, or the destiny of any other of the ones which you must seek to unite?
I
The
thought
other-
I did, but I do not. Once I looked upon the stars of a fateful young girl whose stardust would change the world, but she was eaten by a snake, swallowed whole, disappeared in just a day. My prophecies are not exact, but I know the original items. That's where it's at.
All right, so we kill Elsbeth, go topside, find these little relics, and find these rune users, and there we fucking go.
Our pass is set then.
Eat it
Simple
is.
enough. As the leader of this distinguished group, we accept your terms. Right? Do we?
Alzahar cracks a wry smile.
Yes, we accept your terms. Miss.
Barguzel. He lays down. Good, I'm too tired to fight. I'm not sure I could defeat you in my current state anyways. Do you know something interesting? These courts, these halls. Mortals are so afraid to die. I thought it was foolish, but I've never been so close to the taste of death. And even with all the power, the original sins, I too feared for the first time. The portal to the north will take you home. You should leave. Palm will be here soon. You will not survive.
But what about the other witch?
Elsbeth.
But that's why you must make haste. She's already here. And you hear a clap from behind you. I'm sorry, but if you are to survive this fight, then perhaps you can save the world. If you fail, then this will all be for naught.
Well, look who decided to show.
I'm amused you've made it this far. Impressed, even.
I'm
Domingo,
amused
who
to
was-
wake up in the morning looking like that.
At least I still kept my color in this place. I've adapted to its poor environment. You've succumbed to it.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Watch it.
You'll be succumbing to your own wounds soon enough, Elsbeth.
You should think twice. I offer you for the last time my hand. Join us. Join Palm. Set your course against the destiny Vorgazel has given you.
Domingo spits, but it's just sap and sticks to the ground.
The Tosser Guardian prepares protection. You made a good call, healing everyone. But Elsbeth looks and she's chilling. You think that she doesn't mind waiting around because hopefully Palm will show. So unless you take an action against her or you want to continue to conversate, she just stands there for army. Now, any offensive action you do take just means initiative because she's prepared. But really, the ball's in your court is what I'm saying.
I'll take a step forward, look to Boris, and I'm going to I'll show the shield because it's the arcane wheel that I have. Because it's very obvious I go right as a shield, and I will just use that to cast another Cure Wounds on Boris.
She waits.
Am I able to do that?
Yeah, she waits. You see her minions get ready the moment you start using your magic. She puts her hand up. And they halt.
Oh, no.
That's all I need.
All right, brothers. Let's go show them
Tell
how it's
me.
done, huh?
One first thing. Why the arcane wheel, Elsbeth? If Palm seeks to get the elder artifacts, the arcane wheel is not one of them. Simply your own design, then?
If I'm speaking to dead people, I suppose I should tell you. But if we can replicate the full power of the arcane wheel, the size of the one that's in Domingo's possession is small. We could place it into Palm's crown, further empowering something so powerful. That is why, right now, she's at her limit at the number of Mouthers she can possess. The arcane wheel extends that tenfold.
Why do you even follow that little booger?
I've asked myself that a few times before I fell, as you would politely put it. And for a long time, I didn't have an answer for it. Confusion crossed my face. But you know I was a disciple to her first and foremost. She brought me on to the Arbiter Dictum. And I saw from the inside out, especially looking at those who were given a seat based on their birth and not their hard work. Thinks about people like JP Morgan. This world is corrupt. Palm wants to return the world back to its natural order, where the beasts and the birds can control this place. The flowers could blossom, the cities overtaken, and the destruction removed from the face of Earth in but 100 years. I am here for that, to see a world reborn without such greedy creatures.
First things first is to get rid of you. Quit stalling! And I'm going to shoot off my wooden bullets and shoot it right towards Elsbeth.
I will give you a bullet. Your bullet, you see her put up her hand and she kind of deflects it to the ceiling. And that's all initiative. She tells you it is true. But she was still. That was pretty obvious.
Oh no.
That's not good.
You were pretty close, too.
Final battle. It's upon us. Darklings, drain the strength of these feeble casters. Let them succumb to their lack of physical might instead of their vitality. This overgrown shadow of a darkling flies, dashing to the side of Al-Shahar, preparing for its inevitable assault. The rest of them dash as well, but they aren't taking offensive actions. But you are familiar with these, Boris. You studied them before. These are shadow darklings. Every attack they successfully hit you with will drain you of 1d4 strength. And if your strength becomes 0, then you just simply die. Perfect, Darklings, were cast to use against casters. Elsbeth claps her hands together and begins forming a black abyss. And as she opens the black abyss, it expands to be about the size of a baseball. And she holds it, concentrating on it. Did I mention she's concentrating on it? And she holds it in the middle of her hand, just waiting with it. She's concentrating, by the way. Domingo, you're up.
Got it.
Concentration.
Domingo will. He's gonna step over a little bit. Just so we can get a good view of, kind of a good view of her, and he will. He'll kind of like he'll reach into his chest and he'll start to pull out this like energy that's like this like ball of like electric of static, and then he will push it out towards them, and I'm gonna cast Synaptic Static.
Nice.
And it's gonna try to get like, you know, wherever I can get all of them, I guess.
Let's grab their radius and see what you work. About the 7 5. What is it? Is it 20 foot?
Yes.
It is a 20 foot radius. Okay, good. Yeah, when I'm fetching these things, I can't actually see the chat.
Yeah, I'll try to get all of them.
All right, well, you do have control of it. But I think it looks like it gets all of them. Okay, so you set it, but before anything happens, you see the statue begins to glow. Okay, and you see this happen when he glows. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that as your thing fully forms, it only captures one of them, as 4 of them teleport, as the statue of Guido uses his global gate reaction. And Boris, give me a history check at disadvantage.
Alrighty.
It's a mass teleport as a reaction. Awesome.
Yep.
Great.
But you're unable to call Guido. That does sound familiar. Perhaps only the players. In any case, this guy gets got. He cannot survive on half damage, so he just gets killed. I won't make a save. Or is it all or nothing? Oddly enough. Got it. Okay, it's half.
Hey, you got one.
Yeah. Hey, one down, more to go. 5. I'll stay there.
What was that? He looks at the statue as it stops glowing and all of them were displaced. There's no end to your tricks, is there, Elsbeth?
He laughs. Statue of Guido serves the Queen's purpose. It's a valuable asset and perfect to be used against you.
We'll see about perfect. Al-Sahar will, not chancing her counter magics, he begins to look like he's going to say something, but is quickly overwhelmed by the sound of sand. Incantation, or is he trying to say something else? either way, massive, crushing force envelops Elsbeth. I will need a strength check or she'll be pulled 60 feet toward us.
She fails, but perhaps to your liking because you force out her legendary. You do not think she has 3 like most standard villains do, as she's only on her way to become a lich, not a lich yet. So she resists it with her legendary, but you burn one really early.
Okay. You'll maintain the concentration on the telekinesis, and then he, quicker than lightning, lashes out with a cantrip to the closest darkling. Let's see here. In his hand is... Okay, I don't think his gauntlet would be qualified for Booming Blade, so I suppose he has to use his quarterstaff here. And we'll try to slam against it. So quarterstaff, two-handed, at disadvantage because of exhaustion. Ooh, I don't think it's 10 hits. That's literally not one, so it always would miss. Okay. That is it for Zalsahar.
Nothing from your Sanso?
Oh, right. No, I am controlling him, but yeah, he'll try slamming onto the Darkling then.
Yeah, don't forget about your buddy.
Alright, fair enough.
Both of those connect.
8, 16.
You see this statue, it doesn't seem to move much, it's just kind of standing still, but it has this distorting sound coming from it. It just sounds like a doom. But it's mixed in with that same line just sporadically, so it's all over the place. Like, as it's releasing this horrid sound, but it spews its energy onto the Tosser Guardian, spewing out 2 astral flames as it looks like a shooting star fly down onto the Tosser. The Tosser manages to avoid one, but one of them also connects with it, blasting it in the chest, leaving a gaping hole in the middle of its chest as it dies. The 27 radiant, and unfortunately the Tosser had 26 hit points. Wait, hold on, it might be resistant. It's resistant to like 5 different things. Cold fire lightning, nope. Okay, it falls to the ground. The statue of Guido then relocates in front of Elsbeth. This one dashes over to you. Now they've got you surrounded, but they can't actually attack you this turn because of their limited movement speed.
Alrighty. That she is. How far away is she? I have an idea because I want to do some crowd control. I want to hit her as well. Let's see. Let me get my ruler out. Okay. I will. I don't know if that'll really. Would that break her concentration? Let's give it a go. Oh, we'll cast Cone of Cold.
What's the radius on that bad boy?
It's a 60-foot cone. Let me put the whole thing up.
Excellent. You make a very important D6 roll for shenanigans. There will be no shenanigans. It now recharges his global gate. So you're going to be blasting this Darkling, clipping this Darkling, and then hitting these guys. But if you're gonna use it on your side, in order to not also hit Al Shahar, and it expands out this way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
What if I move here?
You could move there, but you provoke a few opportunities. So I figured you didn't want to. You could if you did that, then you'd be able to get all the ones on the right side. That is, including this one.
It'll be 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, it'll be 2 attacks. One from the overgrown and one from the smaller darkling.
And that's a D4 too. That's 2 D4s if they both hit me.
If they hit you, yeah, it's 2d4 reduction in shrink.
I'll stay right there. So.
All right, so you're gonna exempt this one, unfortunately. So you're gonna get these guys. Go ahead and roll me out your damage,
All right.
and that will make you saving throws. Hey, redoing that real quick. All right, here we go.
I also
What?
I also want to cast Hexblade's Curse on her as well first before I do this.
Sure. Let's see here. Does Skeeter resistant at all? It does not. Okay. Elsbeth have absorb elements. She does not. All right, cool. Elsbeth and Guido make it. She actually gets a natural 20. Guido gets a 17. The Darkling gets a 6. The Darkling in front of you is instantly destroyed. Guido and her take half damage. And you also can do your hex. Does your hex only apply to attack rolls though, or is it any damage?
Let's see. For Hexblade's Curse, it might just be attack rolls. Let's see.
Damage rolls.
Okay. Yeah. Bonus damage rolls.
You know, is this different from? Oh, yeah, you used a hex before. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Weird, yeah. Oh, this is a set number because earlier I know you were rolling die. So damage equals your proficiency bonus. You guys have proficiency bonus 4, so 4 more damage to them.
Gotcha. Plus 4. And that will be my turn. Does her concentration look broken?
Let's see. The DC would be. Took half the damage earlier.
So 12.
Oh,
plus-
actually, hold on.
And then
It's
plus
just-
4. Yeah, so 39. So it's just.
10,
Yeah,
right?
it would still be 10. It wouldn't be enough, unfortunately, to go over 20.
Okay. Well, she doesn't have proficiency in it, so. The DC's 10. She makes it.
Darn.
The tosser guardian lays on the floor, dead. It's looking right at Domingo, as it looks like silver tears fall from its face, and as they hit the ground, they turn into pearls. The overgrown darkling looks down to the sand soul and begins to take its soul. (23-9) against Sanso.
The 23 will strike.
For 14 necrotic. Is it resistant to necrotic?
Let me check. Nope, necrotic is the normal against it.
Okay, so just 14. Does that destroy it? The second attack will be a different target.
It has 15 temp because of it shares my temp HP whenever I regain temp.
Alright, its strength score is reduced by 3.
I will mark that on the sheets.
But you annotate somewhere its original. But in any case, it misses you. The second attack is only a 9. Over here, Boris, you get attacked by the smaller one. Luckily, the smaller one only hits one attack, so we'll see. It's either hit you or miss you. 9, it misses you now. Elsbeth makes the ball the size of a basketball. So remind you, it was a baseball before, which was like an apple, and now it is the size of a basketball, so it's like a watermelon. And you think that at the start of her next turn, she will unleash this, and you've confirmed that she is duplicating a 9th level spell. Domingo.
Was I able to tell anything about this statue of Godot? Like, was it like it did a magical thing to get over there, and like, and what was, and it was able to pick a few of them up, and they were all right next to it, right? Like
you can give me a perception, see what she perceives.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a little tough.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to use the human bone that's in my pinky. I'm gonna do a pinky up and do a slash. And as I do that, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on Elsbeth.
It failed, but she actually burns her last legendary on your cantrip, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Seeing that it took that energy out, Domingo kind of smiles and say, "Oh, we'll get you soon." Bonus action. Oh, bummer. Bonus action, I'm gonna teleport. 5, 10, 15, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'll just kind of look like I'm, in like a ready stance, like a showdown, holding the shield, a la Captain America. There you go.
Y'all can will shall be ours. She's almost done with her thing. Of course, the start of return to the deadline. That is when she will drop her meteor swarm on you. Usher Hart, you're up.
Look lonely over there. Why don't you join us? And he will re-exert his telekinetic grasp on her. I need a strength check. Not a save.
A check, okay. The last time I actually made a save. Oh, it wasn't there. She's not proficient in shape. So I made a check.
Needs to be a 17.
He fails.
He will yank her 30 feet towards them.
Bring that ass here.
Elsbeth is jerked toward them, and Elsahar is waiting with his quarterstaff. He will then once again try to quicken a... Actually, I didn't cast a spell this turn. That's just re-exerting the effects of my spell. So he'll quicken an actual spell. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a ton of super offensive ones, but he can... Let's see, is this scalable? It is. He will then, as soon as she comes forward, he, with his other hand, like he's using his gauntlet, backing her forward in his other hand, you see this furious ball of sonic force begin to pile up as he'll upcast Thunder Wave to 5th level. Hitting the cube like so.
Yeah, both of them, yeah. You 2 con saves, what's that, 39? Okay. Elsbeth fails, wishing she had a legendary at this point.
Good. Just let me see. I think, unfortunately, I can't just hold her in place, so she does get pushed back. So let me post the description. 10 feet, yeah.
And I owe you a DC 19 concentration. Can she hold that? He doesn't. The ball collapses early. You see the watermelon orb just fold into itself. But when it gets released out, you all take 8 necrotic damage. And I do mean everyone, so it's also herself and her allies take 8 damage too. The energy gets disrupted. You just set them out.
With me, right?
Yeah, it's like a 60-foot wave.
That's right. The wave
Mirage.
hits my my ward and splashes over. And
Oh, nice.
my ward takes damage.
Mirage
you're
almost fades from that blow, but he's still true. And seeing Elsbeth being pushed back, a Mirage takes this opportunity to pounce upon her. You're wrong, Elsbeth. This world isn't something for ones to exert their will over. It's made by the individual people struggling within it. The council is one such, and I agree, the council must need to be changed. But that change will come within, or without, but not from Paul, not from you.
Gonna slam her. Does the Thunderwave knock prone or just push back?
Just push back.
She kind of slides back from the explosive force. You run at her, and it jumps in the air. She pretty much puts up a shield thematically, the shield spell thematically, and just you are deflected off of it.
All right, that's it for Saw.
It's your Vito. No shenanigans just yet. However, hours, minutes, and seconds are deprived from all of you. As I need all the PCs, including the Sand Soul, to give me a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Ooh, what is this, slow?
Basically. But hours, minutes, seconds. It's different, but it has like half its stuff is slow.
I will use
so I'm not-
inspiration.
Okay, so no one might be rolling at disadvantage because of my exhaustion, but I'll listen
Oh,
to
flat,
that
okay.
instead. That being said, my wisdom isn't the best. Let's see here. So flat 21.
All right, so literally all of you make it against its hours, minutes, and seconds.
Oh, I need my Sand Soul to actually do it though.
Oh yeah, I forgot this.
Sand Soul failed.
So not literally all of you. So this is awkward. This part doesn't really matter too much for Sanso, but he instantly ages 2 years. His speed is half. Now he's the old Sanso. I'll just drop the text. It's too much to read. So the age is actually a die roll. It rolled the minimum, which is 2.
That would have killed Lewis instantly.
Yeah.
Old man.
All right. So, anyways, as the energy spews out, you see that the statue of Guido moves over to the northern teleporter, and his hands light up and they change to a brilliant, almost rainbow-like color. But it's really just changing and fluctuating constantly. And you can hear, "Soon, Guido. Soon." And he's attempting to teleport Palm into here. He's concentrating. Anyways, the Darkling Overlord is going to attack. I mean, overgrown, Jesus, Overlord. Gonna attack Boris.
But why?
On the die, old man. Just joking. 13 to 16.
Nope, nope.
They're missing you twice. Now the little one goes for you. 13. So you're just evading. Speaking of the devil, before you go, you see Boris. Not Boris. You see Elsbeth has had enough. At the halfway point, you do get the luxury of enjoying legendary economy now. She stands up and she just goes, enough! And she is going to cast a spell. What are my restrictions? Second level or lower. She's going to drop a shatter. Drops right behind our good friend here. What is it, 10-foot radius? Yeah, so she extends it out so it hits you guys, but not her friend. So she can make it, it's like a box.
He throws that out, and would I be able to attempt the spell duel that?
Oh, of course.
Alright. As she shoots out her bead of force, you see Elsahar form a familiar obsidian-looking shard and tries to smash it into the shatter. Oh,
Human's glass blast.
I mean, Godot looks pretty much like he's a construct, right? As far as I can tell.
No.
No, he's not? Okay. Right. Well, it's a flat 25, so.
Oh, Guido. Yeah, Guido looks like. You talking about Guido?
Yeah, the statue of Guido. He looks like a construct, right?
Yeah, he looks like a
obviously
construct.
it's not part of this, but okay.
Yeah. Now you confused me because I knew you weren't targeting him. All right. Anyways, she shoots out her blast, and your daemon's glass blast ruptures right into the middle of it. Unfortunately, it doesn't exceed it by 10 or more, so you just negate it, but that still does wonders. Completely overcome her shatter. Boris, take your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna just try and blast her from here. It'll be with the disadvantage, right? Because they're right next to me, these other two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll risk it.
Do it.
17?
You see her invoke her shield. Unless one of you can stop her. She's casting her shield spell. You've got the spells? I know you've been casting high level like crazy.
I do. But her turn's coming up soon.
It is.
Fuck it. I'll trust Boris here.
Nice.
And I will I see her doing pulling up her magic, and I put my hands up, and it's like I'm holding the magic strings in my hands, and then I cut them with my fingertips.
Right, you summon your counter spell. To her surprise, she just goes, "Your magic is worthless." But that's because she thinks she's stopping Boris' spell. But as you shatter her shield, the blast smacks her right in the face.
Was 4 yep?
15. And so demos will say, how much is that?
No, it's fine. Yeah. Next one. 15.
Yeah, again.
Hell yeah.
So 13. And then one more.
Like you're slowly shooting her, just. And finally, she just lifts up her hand, catches it in her fist, and just absorbs the enemy, the energy.
You mean that magic?
I'll show you magic. And the Darklings swoop over towards you because you've been putting the beats on her. Where are you? Over her shadow. Big 2 attacks. A 10 misses you. But the fated natural 20 that seems to enjoy you the most hits you. This is gonna hurt. That 1 becomes an 8, it becomes a 10, it becomes a 22 necrotic.
All right.
And
D4 doesn't crit, right?
no, D4 doesn't crit because it's a set feature on the creature. D4 strength reduction, D4 strength reduction. Make sure you annotate your real one. Your strength goes to 0. There is no save. This is just like a standard shadow. You will instantly die if your strength is 0 or less.
Gotcha.
That big darkling's not the only one going though. The little one's gonna try to stack that strength drain on you. Let's see. I'm missing you with an 8. Alrighty. Elsbeth is up. He goes, let's see if you've got any more of those spells. She pulls in her energy as she runs to the northern section of this map. She would provoke from Sandsoul.
Oh, cool. I'll go with Sandsoul first. Unfortunately, he's looking a bit weaker than normal. 14.
Misses.
Okay. And then Al-Sahar with his fist.
Well, you spell, dude. You wouldn't have a reaction.
Oh, right, you're right. Never mind. Okay.
She looks at you and she goes, let's see how strong you puny casters are. And you know, Yasher's become really acquainted with this spell in Fireblue.
Oh, no.
Better get wet up in this bitch. She's gonna cast an 8th level spell called Tsunami, which is a 300 feet long, 300 feet high, 50 foot thick well of water that instantly takes over each of you. Wall asks, when the wall appears, each creature owes me a strength saving throw.
Is it like very like high level?
It is an 8th level spell.
Uh-oh.
Unless you can spell do her, you're the only one for reaction, but I don't know if you've got that kind of power.
Only up to 6.
But you'd have to roll anyways, don't you?
Yeah. Tsunami, I believe, does 60-10 damage, so you can overcome that with a spell, then you're good.
Yeah, if you can overcome 60-10 with your spell, you could. Was it Moses that part of the water? No. Yeah. So yeah, you can pull a Moses here, bro. If you can overcome the 60-10 with your reaction.
This is Boris's element.
Yeah, this is it. What are you gonna do? Do you even have another spell?
I have one more, I believe.
Yep.
From your Arcane Secrets, yeah.
Let's see. 6d10. Need to like a...
Or all of you get caught. By the way, it's an ongoing spell. That's why the damage isn't high. Each round you take a die less. So next round you would take 5d10, then 4d10, then 3d10. And you're also trapped in this water. It's difficult terrain and strength safe to move. So there's a lot of things it has.
I will do one more Banishing Smite to kind of like just like literally part the water as it comes towards us.
Roll. I'll publicly roll the thing since this is height.
Can I give my last info to him for any particular reason?
Man, I'll let him roll the damage with advantage. So roll your damage and then roll it one more time. We'll take the higher.
Okay. Here we go. And it's +4. I don't know if that counts because it's technically against the spell, not her, I guess.
No, it wouldn't count.
Okay.
One more. You got the roll from your boy.
Okay.
24. That's a tall order, man. Earlier this thing hit your potential friend for like 30 something damage. You try to slice through it as much as you can. What I will do, however, so it's not wasted, is I will have the 24 be reduced from this 33.
Okay.
So you guys are taking 9, but don't forget you're also being trapped inside. You get a strength save though, you might take half of 9.
Gotcha. Oh, actually, and I got hit earlier. I don't think I correctly took that off. How much was that? Was like 20 something, right?
Oh, when you got crit earlier?
Yeah.
Scroll up to the crit. It was 22.
22. Gotcha.
Okay, because I cast Counterspell, my Arcane Ward gains 6 HP, and then it says whenever I take damage, so then I would just my arcane ward would absorb the hit, right?
Let's see here. Let me take damage. Yeah, well, it would reduce the hit, but yeah.
Yeah. Nine. Okay.
Oh yeah, you forgot you had telekinesis up. All right, so the wave comes spewing onto each of you, and it doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon. Mingo, you're up.
Okay.
One thing that you guys may be concerned about is it doesn't look like it hurt her darklings.
Got it. And it doesn't. I'm able to cast spells and stuff like fine in here.
If you can't speak underwater, then no. If it has a vocal component, you won't be able to cast it. Which most spells have vocal.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Oh, sorry. That was I just clicked that one. It's vocal.
Well, not so fast. Dalsahar, tossed about by the waves, sees that Domingo is also struggling, and you see this glittering dust from him come toward you. Let me just see here. Oh, yeah, you're just within range.
Oh shit. Forgot about that. Wow. Who would have thought?
Whisper no,
Okay.
baby.
Interesting. 30 feet. Okay. Being tossed around, like I know you guys can't see, but I was just moving around like an idiot. But being like sloshed around and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Domingo is going to focus and kind of think to himself and feeling the sand wrapping around him from Al-Sahar is going to cast Dispel Magic.
Nice.
Would I have an understanding of how powerful this spell is?
Yeah. You don't need to make a check. You have expertise Arcana, or?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you would know what Tsunami is. It's an 8th level spell, yeah.
You're swimming in it. You know how it feels.
It's an 8th level spell.
Yeah, so it's a
Okay.
DC 18 to spell magic, which you could probably pull off.
Maybe. And it doesn't matter if I use Dispel Magic. It looks like it doesn't matter what spell level I do it at. That is an effect.
Yeah,
Well,
as long as it's lower than
yeah.
that, you still need to make the check.
Yeah, if it's more than third, whatever. Or third
Okay.
hour.
Then I'll do it at 3rd Spell Magic. And here we go. Ooh, yes.
Nice. You want to describe like kind of like Harry Potter Dumbledore dueling and stuff like that? How you do it so that it doesn't just disappear?
Yeah, as I'm kind of swirling around, and I put my hands together, and the water starts to get absorbed into my vines, starts to like suck in, and it's almost like my vines become bigger and bigger and bigger. It almost looks like, am I becoming large? Am I becoming gargantuan? And then, like, as soon as like all the water is about to be gone, I fall to the ground and it just shoots out, and this whole room becomes like soaked with water as it just kind of dissipates, and we're all on the ground, and I'm back to my normal size.
You see, Elsbeth is breathing heavy because she may be stronger than any individual Arbiter Dictum, but 3 of you together, yeah, she's meeting her match. She looks at you. The arcane wheel has made you powerful.
I'm only as powerful as with the help of Al-Sahir and Boris and the people around me. That was my action. My movement, I'm actually going to 5, 10, 15, 20.
You?
I'm gonna get right close to her.
Excellent.
As I'm walking, like the water's like dripping from me, and like I'm coming back to my normal size. I look pissed as fuck at her.
She looks at you. She just goes, "No one gets in my way." And she tries to thunder wave you out away from her.
Okay. Oh,
Got any more of them scratch his neck counters?
Oh no! I don't do that. And because I cast Dispel Magic, an Abjuration spell, my ward gains 6 more HP.
Nice. You owe me a
That's a con save, right?
yeah, concept. Yep. Yeah, the spell is clutch. That's not enough. You take, it's not a heavy amount of damage, but you take 14, but more importantly, she pushes you away from her. She doesn't want anyone in her melee range, it seems.
That's it. As she hits me with that, and I start to go back, like all the damage, it hits me, but then it starts to part way through, and all she sees afterwards is just me unharmed as my ward took all of that.
She sees in your eyes, your pupils. Maybe it's just her imagination, but they're replaced by the spinning arcane wheel. Is it in you? Are you the wheel? But you know this place also plays tricks in your minds. Al-Shahar, activate.
Al-Shahar lands after the water all vanishes at once, and they're kind of caught midair. He lands acrobatically. He will move a bit away, taking the attack of opportunity from the oversized Darkling.
All right, from the big boy.
AC is 19.
Misses you.
All right. He ducks under, skidding on the still wet surface as he looks toward Elsbeth and will then look toward the statue of Gito, which is attempting to summon the one that Borgazelle fears here. Not eager to face a battle against Pong, at least not quite yet. You see him, as he moves forward, hold out his gauntleted hand in front of him. It glints black as you see another obsidian shard begin to crystallize in front of him, and suddenly it grows to another size, and then another size, as he will upcast Damon's Blast at it at level, every 2 level slots, so it has to be at least level 4. Okay, yep, so he will cast at level 4.
And his glass blast! And you said the Gito, right?
Gito, yes, and because he is a... Oh, I guess it's double damage to objects, but he's a construct, so never mind, okay.
Fortunately. Damon, if you remember from his lore, he hated elementals.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, it didn't. Oh, either way. So that's plus 10, so 35.
Oh, you said plus 10?
Plus 10 damage.
Oh, but 16 misses Gito.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he seems to be made of stone. I think he's got probably around plate AC.
Okay. Well, then all he can do is squeeze out a bit more of his sorcery points and then try to quicken something to try to interrupt its concentration, but can't hit this time. He will again. He doesn't think psychic will do too much, so that only leaves chill touch. Let's see here. Oh man. Okay. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Thematically, he's shooting those radiant beams that one through the Tasha's chest. He's shooting them, and it's just exploding your spells before they reach him.
Okay.
And he looked at you as he opens the portal. You see it begin to open, and you see a transparent goblet. But these are the ones giving you so much trouble. Hurry up, Gito. And Gito's forming this thing, but while he's forming it, he takes a moment to turn around and launch a bolt at you, Al-Shahar.
All right.
hoping to end you. However, 16. Apparently, the number we all get.
Fair enough.
And then he shoots a second one at you. I don't know if you can survive a critical hit.
I have some temp.
Well, I mean, it's a critical miss, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
All right. All right, so before you go, Elsbeth looks at you and she goes, "You've impressive, Domingo. You cannot hold out much longer." She casts Shatter at you. Or no, she doesn't cast Shatter at you. She casts Firebolt at you. Sorry.
Okay.
An 18.
Hits.
Hitting you for 15 fire.
Okay, it hits my shield, and my shield takes a lot of it, but it do end up taking some damage. So 15 minus 8.
Right, because you choose a school of magic and you have resistance.
I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind. I apologize.
No, he has the Arcane Ward, which is reduction.
Yeah.
The Overgrown
I take-
Darkling. What?
No, I was saying just so I take 7, but my ward is at 0. But if I do another abjuration spell, it'll come back up.
Yeah, they just keep replenishing it. Yeah. So Boris, these guys are playing the strength death with you. They may succeed. Two attacks your way. 16 and 22. 22, I imagine. Hit 16 question mark.
22 hits. 16 does not.
And necrotic. 3 more strength. Does that kill you? If it doesn't, then I'll have the smaller darkling attempt to finish you.
He is still up. Yeah, he's still dead.
Smaller darkling misses you. How feeble are you starting to look as your body's like getting cramped up from you've lost quite a bit of strength.
Yeah, about a 9.
9, okay. So you've lost, man. That means you must have lost like 8 or something. Good thing you did not dump strength, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh god.
16 strength, 16 charisma.
Did anyone else here have survived losing 8 strength?
No.
Oh my god.
Technically, yes. I don't know how you rule strength altering magic items.
Oh, that's true. It's true.
'Cause I think it would try to set me back to 17 or 18, 19.
Low. Well, you would
21.
have your truth score and the magic item. So if one of those gets to 0, you would just die.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Boris.
Go ahead, take my strength. Don't give a damn about this body. The true strength comes from right here.
And I'll swing the sword and launch 3 more blasts. Oh, that's not an advantage. It's 16 going towards Elsbeth.
16 going towards Elsbeth? Okay, she does not need to invoke a shield this time. So you know her AC is 17.
Gotcha. 2 more.
Dodges again.
Just to get some damage on the board, I always use my last inspo just in case
A flat roll. Wait, no, advantage. You don't have to do exception. Oh, wait, you're at these guys, okay.
Yeah, so that would be a flat roll, yeah. Okay.
Oof. Thematically, they're just shooting around the room, and she's like literally just backhanding them away from her. Big Darklings, they're gonna continue to beat on our boy here.
Do your worst.
17 on the small one.
That will miss.
Oh, it misses. Okay, good. Two attacks on the big one. A 10 and 13. Oh my god, they miss you as well. Nice.
Pathetic.
Domingo versus Elsbeth. Al-Shahar versus Guido. Boris versus the army.
Yeah.
This is fucking wild. Alright. So Elsbeth looks down onto Domingo and she just goes, "How long can you hold?" As your shield is like falling into pieces around you. Maybe it's not going forever, but she shattered it for now. And she opens her hands. And she walks right next to you.
Okay.
I'll say she gives about 5-foot berth. And she is going to cast a 9th level spell. Not the one she had wanted to cast earlier, but that she didn't actually have. She's casting a spell called Blade of Disaster. If you can stop this, you might want to.
Yeah, I got to. I have a 4th and a 5th and a 6th level spell left, so I will use the 4th. Let me double check something. Yeah, I'll use the 4th.
That's not enough.
Ooh.
DC 19 and 10 puts a spell on me. 2 blades appear on the left and right of you. And to cut you down the side.
Can I attempt to spell Duelist?
Let's see here. I rule this one.
Is it a scene effect? Or...
Say again?
Is it a scene effect or is it an invisible one?
No, it's not a scene effect. But since the casting of itself doesn't have damage, it's awkward. It's like setting up spiritual weapon. How are you spell doing it?
Ah, I see. I didn't know that.
And she summons. It's literally spiritual weapon on cocaine because she summons 2 weapons of a spectral blade. She can move 30 feet each turn. You know, how about I just drop the text in chat? What I'll have you get? What I'll do is I'll let you spell do this, but you're gonna be versus both of the attack damage she would do with the spell, which is 2 swings of her weapon. And if it's an 18 or higher, then it's double the damage of her weapon. Wait, my audio dropped or yours?
His.
Oh, that sucks. So yeah, that's Blade of Disaster. You can overcome 40-12, but on my attack roll, if I get an 18 or higher, then it will be 8d12 for 1.
Okay.
You want to spell do it?
Let's try. Let's see. So 4d12. How much do I want to commit to this? I'll do another 4th level plus. So this is just a flat 35.
35? Okay, I owe you. I'm going to do 2 attack rolls first and foremost. See if I get over that threshold. Neither of them are getting over the threshold. So it's just their basic damage, which is... Holy shit, you got 35?
They come to like scissor him in. I just shoot this piece of glass. It like goes right at the joint, and it holds it for a minute as it shatters, giving Domingo just enough time, I guess, to duck down.
Yeah, you spell duel the shit out of these swords, and literally as they go to slice into Domingo, you pause their attack. You see that she is maintaining concentration on them. Domingo, he's brought you a turn.
Okay. She doesn't look that fucked up, actually, right?
I mean, she's darker than you.
Yeah, but okay. So we'll double check. You know what? Fuck it. This is my favorite spell in the whole game, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna start to. I can back up, right? I don't have to.
Yeah, they're spiritual weapons. They don't provoke opportunity attacks. So.
Okay. I'll say I move this way. 5, 10. But she asks, like, how long can you hold? Domingo's like, honestly, not too much longer. But I'll be well out of here before you do. Whatever. I'll come over here, reach into my chest again. I'll pull out the static electricity energy, and I will. It's like I push it. I gently kind of push it, and it just like slowly goes towards her and gets larger and larger until I snap the static.
Now there's a D6 that's going to determine your fate. You're either going to hate it or you're going to love it. You don't want to see a 5 or a 6 on it.
Fuck yeah.
No, you don't want to see a 5 or a 6 on it.
Oh.
You see Guido teleports her out of it.
Oh, God damn it.
It's a reaction, but it has a 5/6 recharge.
Oh. Domingo just like looks like. Okay.
Guido never talks, by the way. He just makes strange sounds.
I still do have tongues up, technically, if he is actually speaking.
He's citing. You actually do understand what he's saying. He's citing random things. Like literally, it's random. Like 1, 5, 7, pies, apples, 9th arcana, Malda. He's just spouting nonsense.
Oh, he's like a Jujutsu Kaisen demon. Do you want to receive?
Yeah,
Just
basically.
random shit.
That's all I got.
All right.
You got it, Al-Sahar. You got it.
He moves up.
Hold on,
not so
Al-Sahar.
fast.
There's a thing called legendary
he's running on.
actions.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll move back.
It's going to shatter you because she just had a turn, so she doesn't have her actions refreshed.
Okay.
Dropping a shadow right here to hit the two of you, unless one of you can stop her. But I'm not sure how much juice you guys got left.
I have no reactions left. But Domingo just took his turn.
I just took my turn. I can spell duel something, right?
Absolutely.
I'll use chromatic orb to spell duel it.
All right, blast it. If you get more than 10, you'll be able to send half your chromatic damage towards her. Well, 10 more than her damage, of course. You don't, but you still nullify the effect, which is equally as important.
Yes.
As she shoots this shattering thing, you can see the sky breaking as the air begins to crack, but your orb just right through the middle of it swallows it, and it makes an explosion in the middle of you guys. Al-Sahar, take your turn.
Nice one, he says. He is very ragged. It's very apparent to everyone here that he's running close to empty, but he will use half of his remaining sorcery points to quicken a spell. As he moves forward, he holds out Armaldo's gauntlet before him, his relic, his symbol of the Orbiter Dictum, the order that Elsbeth betrayed, as all 5 fingers begin to glow, as 5 pillars of light erupt around the statue of Guido and Elsbeth, seeking to crush them beneath their pillars. 4 of the pillars are fire, but 1 is pure sonic energy as it glows down.
Are you a dex save, right?
It is, yes. Dex
I
save.
do not have Guido's. I don't have his gate teleport, so that sucks for them. Let me make that save. 1 dex save to save. Dex, yeah, dex, okay. Elsbeth fails, so Guido makes it.
Okay, so that's 25 on failure, 12 on success. I'm resistant to fire and thunder until my next turn. And let's see if Guido fails his concentration. Please, baby, please.
He needs to. No, he maintains him.
Ooh. Okay, well, all I can do is try to chill touch him next, because we do not want to fight home. Let's see. With his last few steps, almost tripping, he reaches out with his other hand and shoots for the chill touch. Oh.
Nice 20 necrotic on 10. Let's see.
A cool 20.
Another concentration check, yeah.
Correct. Please.
It makes it.
No! Well, it was nice knowing you guys. That is Elsahar.
GG.
You can see, I think you can see, that she's starting to form. She's not that big though, but you think it's just a projection of her. The gates are opening. Elsbeth, you can't squash some insects. I'll do it myself. And Vito actually commits its action to trying to open this gate. And it opens a tiny hole, probably about the size of a quarter. And you see a tiny little finger poke out of the hole, and the beam shoots into the room. Right towards Elsahar as she attempts to disintegrate. You give me a dexterity saving throw.
Do I have any inspiration?
Don't have any.
Unfortunately, no, my good sir.
Run around.
Okay. This is at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Do I have any recourse?
Plus 30, so if you fail this, you're pretty much guaranteed to die.
Yeah, I will die if this hits. Let's see here. Nope, okay.
You have your no, it's Dex. It doesn't work for Dex. Okay.
Doesn't work for Dex.
I'm talking about your gnomish thing.
And let's see. Don't think a 17 is enough. Do I have anything?
Wish you had advantage right now, my friend.
Yeah.
That's what I will say. Give us Elsahar's last moment. Unless, wait, you could. It's a long shot here. Do you have your reaction?
I do.
You could try to spell duel it. It's very unlikely, but you're gonna die otherwise.
Yeah. So I'll use my 6th level slot, which I haven't committed as yet. And what's my most damaging spell? That's in scale. That's a thing. Disintegrate. Wall of fire only scales to up to. I think 8d8 would be my best chance. If I use blast, it goes up to 50.
Can you beat 75?
Yeah, it would have to be with higher cast spiral wall. Okay, let's see. No. Alright, as he tries to shoot up the wall of fire, the beam parts it and strikes him through and through. They saw its drift to Ella, the lovers, the promise, fortunately broken. A door that he remained closed. The voices inside, familiar to him. The voices of those that sold him into the pits, but also that he yearned to seek. How ironic. Strength. 8th of the order. Top of the world. Too afraid. to see his own parents. When he was sold, he was a boy. He changed, he grew. But what kept him through those pits, through the blood sands, was the idea of vengeance. But he built this persona around himself, the persona of being strong and true. Would all shatter upon a moment going through that threshold? In this dreamlike state, he reaches toward the door. But is it tomorrow too far away? He looks toward Domingo, his body fades to ash. Deliver it. Deliver Orgazel's legacy.
And he turns to dust. Al Sahar. Gone.
I think Domingo will try to answer back and reach out as he does, and just feels nothing but the ash. No.
The overgrown shadows, wondering if they've won. But a gale beats into the room, hoping to preserve her strength. But Palm, she sees that you may fail. She's forced to act. Uses her purple-violet storm, evading all of you guys and only targeting her enemies. Let me take it off. Whisper. Here we go. It doesn't bother you, it goes right around you as it only targets enemy creatures, but she shoots this wind into the room, blowing at each of these creatures, and Vorgatel just goes, "You are our only hope. You cannot fail the witch. Make your way to the portal. If Palm arrives, you stand no chance." As she lets out her violet storm, I need to make some tram saves. Alright, there's a lot of strength saves. Jesus. Alright, here we go. Strength saving throws. Wait a second. It's impossible for the shadows to make this, so they just all take the damage, get blown back 60 feet, so they're on the other side of the room right now. They do not have, you know, it's funny, they drain strength, but they don't actually have strength themselves. They've got negative strengths. So they're all on the other side of the room and they take 25 damage. So as they get blown away by the storm, see Elsbeth. The gust of wind blows her into Guido. And Guido, he's, what is it? You see, he can make that. He's strength based. Oh, he does make it. He gets 25 low. Still gets blown back though into the portal. And you see Guido disappear. He gets sucked into the portal he's making for Palm to come out of. Well, he can already go through it on his side, and you see him accidentally get pushed into his own portal and disappear. As on half, unless he does 5 or more, I think he still gets pushed, right? 30 feet, okay. So Guido just straight up disappears. Elsbeth is laying on the floor next to the portal, but it doesn't take her through it since she didn't reach it. And the Darklings cannot reach Boris, so they attack Domingo instead. Or at least one of them does. A 17 and a critical hit.
Got shield.
So you shield over the 17, blocking it, but then with a second swipe, it busts straight through the shield, hitting you for, it's gonna be 7 more damage. I'll just put it in chat. It's 18 plus 15. 33 damage on the critical.
All right. When I cast shield, my ward tries to spark back up and then gets smashed. So it takes 2 points away from that, and I'll take 31 damage for myself. Woo!
Boris.
You killed my brother.
He looks and goes, "What about it?" She gets to her feet as it doesn't actually knock her prone.
You foul, fickle witch.
Drop the W already. You know what you want to say. You blast her. And shields. Less Domingo can stop the shield. I don't know if he's a reaction. Oh no, he just shielded.
I guess
So you
shielded.
shielded.
Yeah, no, I forgot he literally just shielded. So she drops her shield, blocking the first attack. You have 21 AC.
I'm a gentleman.
She blocks it with the shield. Right through the shield, into her belly. She literally has 1 hit point. Hey, describe this fucking kill, bro.
As he keeps shooting, like as he's swinging his blade and making these slashing like blasts go towards her. Everyone, like the first one like slices off like half of it. The other one she like ducks and slices off the top end of that half. And then the third one just goes right through the shield and cuts right into her.
She falls to the floor really slow and dramatic. Her knees first before they just shatter on the ground, her feeble body. She goes face first in a puddle of her own blood. She moves her head to look at you. She just stares at you as she slowly dies.
We, the Tribunal, hereby judge thee. Our verdict is death to all traitors.
And I'll point towards Palm.
If not now, then very fucking soon.
Palm doesn't say anything. She just sits there, waiting for the portal to expand, looking at you, hoping it's now.
Alrighty. And with that, let's see. Hold on. I have a question.
Sure.
Now, technically, when I kill something,
Yeah, you did kill her. What do you get?
since I did curse her, can I control her body in any way as she's fallen with this vision?
I'd say thematically, if you want to like just final disrespect, but she's actually an undead. She's not a humanoid.
Oh, gotcha.
But I don't know if you want to like thematically like rip her soul out of her body and destroy it or some other shit. But it wouldn't yield a specter.
Gotcha. I will say as he does kill her, her soul will rise up and then fly towards this blade and it'll be absorbed.
Wow. Yeah, she disappears into your blade. Shocked look. How could the Arbiter Dictum stop her? She was supposed to be greater than each of you. The Darklings look, and they retreat to their master. Much to her displeasurement as she looks at them. You fools, what are you doing? By the time she sends that message, they've already run beyond the void. But the thing is still forming. She's sitting there just looking at you all.
Ingo, come on.
Yes, I'll grab Vorgrazil's cloak that Al-Sahar had, and I'll scoop up a bunch of the dust from him, and I'll stick that into my chest. I'll say you're making it home somehow, my friend. And I'll start to move over. Ugh.
The sword will disappear from Boris's hand. Hurry, we must go.
Do we know if Elsbeth had like her major arcanum? Is that still on her?
You can do an investigation. But you may need to dodge another disintegration ray.
So I'm just gonna take her body then.
Drag her body and pull it in.
Sounds great.
We need proof of our exploits anyway. So I'll pull it across and we'll go through.
Well, you get on the platform and going through brings you to Palm. So what you need to do is figure out how to use this thing really quickly.
How to use the teleportation circle?
Correct.
I will. So Boris will reach into his things and take out a. This is like a cutout piece of paper, and he'll like push it into Domingo's chest. This is the sigil for Eugene. Can you get us there?
I think so.
Hurry.
I still need a minute. I don't know if we have that much time.
You don't have that much time. You must pull together your arcane powers and activate this portal.
All right.
What kind of spell slots you guys got left?
I have 2 first level spells, and I have my 6th level spell.
Well, then that's good, because every level of the spell can reduce the portal's time by a round. You need 10 rounds for a minute spell. You can reduce it by 8 rounds if you give me the rest of your spell slots.
What does that do though? Like it reduces.
Well, she's gonna get 2 checks to break through instead of 10 checks, and you'd probably die.
It's true.
Up to you. You don't have to give it all, but you can reduce that by an amount. I'm gonna make a check for each round that you remain.
So that's 2 rounds. Even if she misses just 1 check, she'll only kill one of us, and one of us can make it through at the very least.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she misses 1 check, then you guys survive. If she gets the check, then one of you are gonna have to dodge a disintegration ray. Unless you want to instead try to counterspell the disintegration.
Which.
Yeah.
But then you're contesting with 9 more rounds of disintegrations anyways.
Domingo will just look over to Boris and say, if we want to make it out alive, I can give the rest of my arcane powers, or I can maybe destroy this second thing anyways. Fuck it. All right, I'll put my hand out, and like this static blue energy will like shoot from my hands, and I'll shoot it right into the teleportation circle, and I will use all of my last spell slots.
And Boris will also, I don't know if this will work, but he'll make the blade apparate and look at it for a moment and stab into the teleportation.
Ooh.
So when you stab in the center of it, good.
Can I say that as he stabs, because that's cool. When he does the stabbing into the center, I shoot my all of my arcane energy through as a conduit through the sword.
Yeah, exactly. Your energy. So blade right in the middle of it, sending cracks throughout the entire teleporter when the magical energy spews into it. And I will make her first check at disadvantage. Now, she only needs a 15 or higher, but it's a raw d20 check, so the odds are in your favor. The first one being a disadvantage. So she does not get through. The next one's a flat roll. If she makes this, one of you randomly will be forced to give me a disintegration dodge. If she gets a 15 or higher on this roll. The two of you disappear.
Boris will take his hand off of the blade and it'll essentially just stay there as he just uses like all the energy within it for this to work. And he'll just stare at it as like the, I'm guessing like the light, like the Bifrost kind of lights going up. And let's go. You've served me well. As he leaves the blade there.
And the two of you are torn through time as you arrive at the entrance of Vorgazel's domain with a nice large crab ready to take you home. You guys have escaped from Palm. You guys have defeated Elsbeth. Now all that remains is for a report. The council.
Jesus.
Since that's only going to be so the council stuff from the players' perspectives, the council just doing the report would be like 15 minutes. I don't think that merits us returning for another session. Are you guys okay with completing that now?
Sure.
Okay. If it was like 45 an hour, maybe we would do it, but it's so much less. We're almost done here. So Domingo and Boris, you guys would eventually get on to would you name your crab's Eugene, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. All right, so you guys would get on to Eugene and you would sail back to Icarus. You guys would complete a long rest along the way. Getting healed up and rested. Walk me through your mindsets throughout the hours and hours you have. The information about meeting these 6 other strongest mouthers in existence. Palm's plan and the fact that the only reason she's waiting a year is because she needs to control Anorak fully. The message you have to talk to Finric about the cloak and Mother Nature. There's a lot going through your head, so walk me through your moment before we arrive at the Abadam Court.
Gotcha. I'll go ahead.
Okay. Domingo would like sit, I would say, when they're riding back on Eugene, just kind of sit up there, and I imagine we're kind of both in silence for most of it, and just like reach into his chest and pull out the Alsahar's dust and kind of play with it in the hands a little bit, you know, and mix it with soil, and then just pack it into a little spot and kind of into like a little ball and put it back in his chest, knowing that he is going to plant that somewhere very nice, where hopefully Alsahar would deem appropriate, probably next to some of the best looking mermaids he knows. But I guess Domingo would be very not disappointed, but feeling like there was more left on the table. You know, he knows that even though they escaped Palm, it was only because the Vajrasil, the big vulture person, I can't remember their name, they helped, but then Palm's probably going to kill them as well and absorb them into the crown, and it's going to be more problems down the line. Domingo's Vajrasil, thank you. Domingo's been around for a long time, hundreds of years. Like, a year is nothing to him. So he's just being prepared for what else is to come. And hopefully, if he's to take the word of a original sin Malther, that whoever these rune warriors are, that hopefully they're special enough to be able to take care of these problems. Because if not, he knows that he and the other Arbiter Dictums will be right there to clean up any work that needs to be done.
All right, and while you're deep in thought, a year is not a long time. That's why Pontus is mind waiting. You've seen what she could do with her merit of strength alone. To have a creature as powerful as Vorpazel, which she already has won, is terrifying. Boris, how have you spent your journey home? What are you thinking about? What are you doing?
Boris is writing down as best as he can all the information that they learned on their trip. Essentially, like it's inscribing into like probably like a beaten up kind of notebook, detailing all the things that they'd done, the things that they'd gone through, and the plans that Palm has to come. After he writes everything down, going forward as they're going on their journey back, Domingo will just see like just things flying around. He would think probably like in anger, but as he actually goes to investigate, he would see that he's throwing around like weapons, just various weapons that are like laid out across the house inside Eugene. Just one that'll fit Boris that he can use in the coming battles. When it's strong enough, as strong as the blade he had before. She's tossing aside. We need to be ready and prepared. We have no time to mourn. Not yet.
The morning will
First, we
come
have a
in.
duty.
The morning will come like it always does. Both mourning the sunrise and the death of our friends. It will only take a moment to properly take care of our friend.
I give my strength, my honor, my very mind and agency to protect those who cannot protect themselves. And to so others around me do not to give the same or more, like Al Sahar has. While we
Do you
might
really
have
think-
completed one mission, we have failed another.
It also sounds like the road ahead of us is much longer, with more original sins that we must face and hopefully gain their favor.
And we must also find these rune warriors as well to use these relics.
Do you think we should have so much faith in them? These rune warriors?
I do not know. But I don't believe in hope or faith. I only believe in action. We shall see. And if not, well, that would no longer be my problem.
You're right. It'll be everyone's problem. But we won't let it get that far.
Then I guess for once I shall hope.
As you say that, The scene kind of moves away from you. You arrive before Finrick. He's here alone. Most of the court is cleared out because of an attack on Icarus, but you've no time to talk about that. You get the quick notes, the cliff note, whatever. He looks to you. He tells you all, we may have stopped the crimes against magic. Battle against the world only just begun. And if your report comes the close of crimes against magic.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fin. I'll say Domingo will say, Fenric. What's the word on this rune user that's fallen to the deep? I would like to meet this person.
Turns to you. You're talking about Phoenix.
I assume so. I wasn't given a name.
And he looks out the window. He tells you, he's in the downpour now. He's due to be executed soon.
Good.
But this relic is meant for her.
And this news is new to me. Seems like we've got a lot on our plate. Sign the arbiter dictum shows its hand. Are you ready? Number 10, number 9.
Of course.
Yes.
Good. It's time to do as we've always done. Save the world and only be remembered in whispers. He begins walking towards the door. Let's go to the downpour, shall we?
Domingo will just nod and follow along.
Boris and Domingo, as the three of you set out this door and it closes, from this perspective at least, that does conclude official crimes against magic. Thank you for your participation, players.
You did it.
Yay, sir!
Some of us made it. What the?
We killed the Elsbeth.
We killed that bitch.
One less problem for the other Earth main cast of Phantoms of the Past.
Plus some pretty deep lore and a cool magic item for a certain artificer.
Yeah.
Yeah, real cool. And we could talk and chat for a little bit here, but to end the stream official, hope you guys enjoyed Crimes Against Magic, the miniseries. Our miniseries typically go between 3 to 9 episodes. We haven't gotten 9 yet, but you never know. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed viewing. Don't forget to follow, stick around, subscribe, check us out. And yeah, thank you, players. I'm going to end this stream now. Say goodbye to the stream.
See ya.
Hope everyone had as much fun as we did. Take care, all.
Take care.
It's your boy Falcon, and I'm fine now.